All right, here we are, the last video for 2023, and I want to have this video out earlier, but for Christmas, Santa brought me COVID, so that was awesome. It's been a week, so my voice is not quite there yet, so it wasn't great, I'll just say that. On Christmas Day, I was awake for 4 hours, so it was a lot of sleeping. Overall, I'm okay. So, but anyway, before the new year started, I wanted to go over, just let you know, I have money saved up for the transmission. I'm going to be working on the Baja probably earlier than I anticipated, so that's getting ready to happen. I will ask questions about transmissions here shortly. Any advice people may have, I'm going to welcome it. I just wanted to go over what inspired me for the Baja once we get going again, and some of the other viewers that I watch. When this Baja became available to me, or the bug became available to me, I started watching. I always wanted a Baja, but I started watching some videos online, and the first one I watched was the Urban Assault, the San Diego Shark Attack, Blake Wilkie. Amazing video, amazing car, but out of my budget, but still, it's like, that's a badass car. Like, I want one of those. But I couldn't afford it, and obviously couldn't afford that, so I keep watching. And then the Terra Crew, I come across a Terra Crew video. It's called Built to Destroy. It's the VTEC Baja. Kid out in California named Evan Smith. He built a Baja, a budget Baja, home built in the garage, but he put pretty good components on it for the value, for the price. And then once I watched that video, I realized that's what I want to build. So I'm somewhere in between, or just maybe at that one. But those were the two main videos that got me started down this process. And as I was going along, there's other video people out there. There's not a lot of Bajas being built at the time on YouTube. There's another video channel called Brother Bug. He also had the same problem. He couldn't find videos. He started putting out videos because of that. I came across the Binder Builder, who's working on a Baja. Turns out his story is exactly the same as mine. Same inspirational videos, same Baja. We're basically building the same thing at the same time. So there's a few of us out there, and I want to go over some of the other people that are out there building them right now. So if you're watching my video and not theirs, you need to check out their videos too, because there's a handful of us doing it right now. So it's kind of fun and exciting, but it's just something I wanted to share with people. The other people I mentioned the Binder Builder, a guy named Damien. He's working on a Baja, basically like mine. It's kind of, you have entry-level Bajas, which are just like a Baja that are mostly have Volkswagen parts, like a Class 11, if you know what that is. But we're on the next level up, which would kind of be like a Class 5, where the travel is much more than what you would get in a stock bug. We're looking at numbers like between 13 to 19, 20 inches of travel. So that's kind of where we're at on the Bajas we're building. There's the guy, Gary, the VW Jawbreaker. He's always working on Bajas. He's always working on bugs. I mean, he has lots of stuff on his channel, and it's in depth. One of the things I stole from him this year was I'm running dual carbs on the buggy, and he used bread pans to cover his carburetors. I bought myself some aluminum bread pans I'm going to use to cover mine to keep the rain off of them, so I did steal that. I mentioned Brother Bug. He's a guy, he goes by Brother Q, I believe. He took the approach, like myself and Damien, we bought bugs and then we tore them apart and we're starting from scratch from a bug. He took a different route. He bought a Baja that was already built, but it wasn't to the level that he wanted. So he has one that was running and driving, but he's cutting it off and starting over, putting new parts on it, new suspension, 3x3s on the back, completely new front end. He's doing it himself. He's a military guy. He's self-taught, and his passion for this project is awesome, because he got into this project never having built anything like this. So he's learning as he goes, and he's doing an awesome job. I mean, he learned to weld on this project. He's just, it's fun to watch his videos, so definitely check him out and encourage him. The other people, '69 Baja Outdoors. This guy does a lot of stuff on his cars too, but he goes outdoors a lot of stuff. So you see a lot of he's got his bug out in the open and doing things, you know, out in this environment and stuff. So that's been inspirational too, especially since I'm not at that point right now. So it's nice to see people with their bugs and getting them out there. Another great builder is Doug Bug. Now he's built 2 Bajas so far, and his are very in-depth videos, very engineering type of videos. He goes everything in great detail, and he builds everything from scratch. I think he's an engineer, and he builds his complete suspensions, A-arms, and everything. He's really into it, and he builds one, and then he's like, I can improve that, so he immediately starts building another one to make it even better than the first one. So that's also a great channel. And another one of my favorite channels is Dust Buggy. If you haven't watched them, you need to watch them from the very beginning. You'll need a tissue, I'll just say that. But they were kind of grassroots Baja. I mean, it's Spencer and Ashlyn. Ashlyn does more, I mean, them together, but she documented the Bajas in California, I think probably more than anyone. So if you really want to understand the grassroots Baja in California, you need to watch these videos. She does a great job of just being there and doing it. Again, it's a great series. It has a kind of a sad ending. They took a different approach I wish I could have, which I don't have. For some reason, it's just not in me. If you can buy a Baja, a bug, what they did, and what's nice, and I think you'll have more fun, way more fun than I'm having, is you buy a Baja that runs and you work on it week to week, month to month. Like you add something, you drive it as it is for a month, 2 months, however long you can afford to drive it like that, before you can add a long travel front suspension, before you can add a roll cage. You just do it as you go along. And I think that's probably the funnest way to Baja. For me, I just want it to be almost perfect, or I want it, you know, the perfect thing, because I want it to be, I don't want to have problems, I don't want to have to work on it all the time. I just want to get it right once, and hopefully it stays that way. But maybe in the end I'll have more fun, but people like that are having fun the whole time they're building it. So if you can do that, that's probably the best way to do it, is to buy one and drive it and build it as you go along. So that's another approach of doing it. But those are the main people that I'm watching right now. So if any of those help you, look them up. Okay, in a minute I'll go show you the engine, some of the parts I got for Christmas and stuff for the engine for the buggy. But let's talk transaxles. If you guys are out there, let me know your opinion on transaxles. 5 rib, 6 rib, 094, which is a newer bus. I want to run the Honda V6 in this, so I'm worried about more torque than horsepower. Some people I talked to said don't run any of those if you're going to run a V6, that much horsepower, which is about 220 horsepower. Other people say it'll last forever. So it's kind of confusing. The more people you talk to and watch videos, I see people using 3 ribs with V8s, and they seem to be running fine. So I don't know. I've done as much research as I can. I think I know where I'm at, where I'm settled. But if you have experience in that, please comment below and let me know, because I value as many opinions as I can get on that before I spend the money and get into it. So, but I think I know where I'm at. But again, just help me out and let me know. And I'd love to hear your opinion. Thanks. Okay, in the Baja, I have basically a blank slate for the transmission, so I can modify and put anything in here. So again, if you have any ideas, your opinions on things, just let me know. So I'll be working something in here in the next couple of months. So. Okay, here's the engine we have planned for the rail buggy. This is not 1974. It's just out of the carbon gear that I had. It's been professionally, the bottom end's professionally been built already. It's been setting for years. I have a new engine builder that'll go through it to make sure everything's fine, but it's been in this case for probably 5 years. So hopefully everything's fine. So it's just set there. Basically, I have everything new for it. I have new tins. I've got all new pistons. heads, jugs, new clutch, pressure plate, throughout bearings, new distributor and coil in there. This some dress up accessories, fuel pump, pulleys, things of those natures. Basically everything to put it back to stock. I'm not trying to build this motor up too much. I'm going to basically keep it at 1600 for now. This will be the initial motor for the buggy, so I can work out bugs and things that may happen in it, so I can always build a better motor for it. But initially I want to get it going with this, and I may put this motor back in the Baja after I get it going, but this is what I'm going to initially build for it. So that's it, and all the goodies.